Well, joining us now is advocate and founder of Air Passenger Rights, Gábor Lukács. Gábor, good to see you again.
Good afternoon.
I'm curious your thoughts on this too. And we had another guest last hour who was vehemently against something like this moving forward as a result of this. The federal government claiming that it might save air passengers and save them some money. What are your thoughts on the possibility of the privatization of airports across the country?
What makes me scratch my head about it is that if something can be done better in a way that's really profitable for private businesses, why can't the airport authorities not do the same thing?
Right, and that's fair. It's a fair point. And do you feel they can? How do airport authorities, do you feel they would be looking at a move like this?
Airport authorities currently have an accountability deficit. They are not really accountable to anyone. They can raise airport improvement fees as they see fit. There's no mechanism to control that. There's no clear path for how they're actually being properly managed. Certainly some overhaul to ensure that airports, which are monopolistic type of assets, are competitive and they remain accessible for all airlines that want to serve a particular city is important. But I have not seen an overwhelming and strong case for the privatization. I don't see what it is that the privatization would give that airport authorities cannot do if they are properly managed.
And so again, where do you feel this comes from the federal government saying that passengers might be able to save some sort of money? Is it on the airport improvement fees? Would it be somewhere else? Because we know that, again, you go to book a flight and those fees can add up very quickly.
Airport improvement fee is certainly one of the places where you can have a saving, but the question is, if you have a profitable business that is able to survive without airport improvement fees, how come our airports currently, which are publicly owned, cannot survive without airport improvement fees? So those questions should be addressed, and I think that we know a little bit too little about this to be able to form an opinion. But I'm very suspicious because one group of people who are sure to gain from it are those who may be buying the airport. Right,
and again, we talk about, the privatization and the businesses, at least at this point. What do you believe, again, maybe from this standpoint, not necessarily just for passengers, but what needs to be done? Does there need more oversight? You've been critical of the oversight, clearly, for the airport authorities. Is there more oversight needed, whether it's from the government or otherwise, at least at this point? Or what kind of modernization do you feel could happen in order to approve some of this instead of maybe privatization?
Far more oversight would be just the first step. There has to be some accountability, some kind of process. And right now, airlines have a lot of control of seats on these boards that control the airports. That may need to be rethought. But ultimately, we need a model. And the question is, if something can be done well privately in a way that is going to earn profit to the shareholders, to the owners, then what is the systemic reason that would prevent us from doing the same thing with our publicly owned assets?
Advocate and founder of Air Passenger Rights, Gábor Lukács. Gábor, appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.